Awesome. So this is we on is that right? Episode 231? Wow.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. So this week is Natasha Avelange. She's an architect in the XR enterprise XR ecosystem, connecting people through data, world, and shared experiences. I'm waiting for my slide person over here. There we go. That's Trisha. We don't know why this slide is here, but we could just admire how great that picture is because it's super cool. And I do miss that Quest Pro an awful. Before we begin, as always, just a reminder, we are recording your avatar voice and text messages, not in here, but that's okay. Your avatar voice may be shared publicly, and we actually encourage you to do so because we want to increase our growth and outreach here at XR Women. We do have avatar etiquette, so please respect the presenter and audience by controlling your avatar presence. I can tell you from personal experience, it's real easy to sit in those chairs and then accidentally pop up and then suddenly be on the here. You whoops. So just keep an eye out for that. Try to pay attention a little bit and, settle down if you can. And please mute yourself if you're not speaking. And if you are speaking, just keep an eye out for your controls there because if we do point you out and want to talk to you, you want to be ready with that button really quickly. Respect the opinion of our speakers, and they don't necessarily reflect those of XR Women or our leadership team. It is their opinion, and that's part of why they're here to speak, is to share their opinions. And do connect with others, collaborate, and let's help make the future better for all through technology. We'd like to thank our sponsors, partners, chapters, and allies. This is a really growing slide. When I first started in the leadership team here with XR Women, we didn't have a lot. Now look at us. It's been 3 years since I started. It's been 5 years that XR Women has been around. This is incredible growth between the people that are contributing their time, the people that are contributing the space, like Engage. So many incredible partners out here and sponsors. And if you know more, bring them on in and connect with Karen Alexander, Julie, or Sophia. Talk to someone in the leadership team, and let's get them sponsoring our events and our future outgrowth. We'd like to welcome new XR Women. This is a list of, hey, I know some of these new names up here. That's cool. Whole lot of new people up here, some of which are old time, incredible, deep XR people as well. So it's great that we're getting more and more people on our list, and our community is just growing every day. If anybody here is new and would like to say hello to us, possibly say a few words about where you're from, what you're up to, feel free to raise your hand. Anybody new? Looks like that's a no. These are old timers here. All right. Well, welcome and welcome new people. We have our first XR Women workshop, the Rise Above workshop. This has been created and actually was even run down at our XR Women event in Sarasota, which was just earlier this year, with Christine. And the Rise Above workshop contains a lot of really interesting topics in here. So recognizing toxic behavior, setting boundaries with self-advocacy, advocating confidently. So all of those things that you need to perform in business where you've kind of rubbed up against these problems before and you didn't quite know what to say. So this is your toolkit. This is your way to really help you kind of navigate the workspace and, feel good about yourself, help with that conflict resolution. So Karen, can you tell us more about how people would sign up? The link's right here, of course. What's the price and all that?
Sure. Well, first of all, you can go to our website, and there is a bar. Oops, sorry, I've got there is a bar at the top of the page. There's also a QR code here for those of you who are on your computers. And I'm happy to also share that with you. Now, I will point out that we have listed here an early bird registration rate, and it says here September 8th, but that's actually September 30th. We didn't get this launched quite as soon as we wanted to, but until September 30th, you can register for this workshop for $150. We will be raising the price after that. It is asynchronous, so you can do it on your own pace. But Christine is a master educator, and she has done a fantastic job of putting this course together and giving you some interactive elements in it. So I highly recommend it. And again, this is still just the first of our workshops. We're going to be offering others with all kinds of different topics in the future, so watch for those. All right, skip over that.
Incredible. Incredible.
Yeah, yeah.
Up next, a whole lot of cool XR women were invited through XR Women. As a matter of fact, we recommended people for the World Creator Academy in New York. Several people in the room have gone, including our very own Karen Alexander, as you can see right there, and they had a fabulous time and they learned a lot. There's Helen Irwin. So Karen, did you want to say a few things about your experience?
Yeah, sure. So, well, first of all, we were just delighted to work with Meta on this and to nominate some members of our community to attend this very first World's Creator Academy at the Meta headquarters in New York, at Hudson Yards. And it was a fantastic 3-day event with more than 100 people from around the world. XR Women community members attended, and you can see Paige there, and Amini and Alexandria, but also members of our student chapters, and 3 of our student chapter members from Savannah College of Art and Design paired up with others, including Maddie Drought, and their team won a prize at this event. And I was so proud of them. And this is an example of the kinds of opportunities that we make possible through our XR Women student chapters. We're looking to grow the number of those student chapters. But this was an opportunity that was completely paid for these young women to go to New York, to learn from Meta, to create worlds, and to make global connections in the XR space. So if you know of an institution that you think might be a good place for a student chapter, please let me know, and let's do some outreach on that. And there will be some other members of our community will be attending future iterations of the World's Creator Academy, as well as MetaConnect. So we'll have plenty to report soon.
It's exciting. I really love the Meta events because it's true. It's all about those connections. It's about meeting people worldwide who are in our ecosystem, going in the same direction, in alignment with, creating better tools for the future. And it's so great to have those when you travel around to other events because you already know everybody.
Mm. Yeah. Ah,
Oh,
you can
hey,
speak to
that's
this
my
one,
son.
Robert.
So tonight, a lot of you guys know that I have a game called Grocket, and that's based on Grocket is our kind of our. If you're familiar with the word dog fooding, one of the things that we do in development is that you build stuff and then you try to use that stuff. And if you use your own tools, it's called dog fooding. So Grocket the game is essentially a dog fooding cycle for GrowKit Core, our core systems and libraries that help you, build much faster in spatial computing. But it's also a really just fun game. And the whole idea of this game is that it's really fast to get people onboarded because it's hand tracking, it's physics, it's in mixed reality, it's incredibly responsive, and it's multiplayer. So, that's got a lot of complexity packed into it, but it's also really weird, wacky, wild, and fun. So to increase, get some more feedback and testing and that sort of thing, and let's just really energize this game and see the ways that we can stress test it and have fun with it. We spun up this great multiverse event with Allison, another member of our leadership team, who is an expert in multiverse and also has the metaverse chamber of commerce. So her goal is to get out there and get people doing commerce in the metaverse. And the ways that you can do that are by things like setting up stores. So she set us up a store in Multiverse, and this is a great showcase piece for other people as well. If you want to launch a product or you want to do a product demonstration or just push something, get something out there, have a party around it. You don't need to spend thousands and thousands of dollars for something in real life when maybe your audience is worldwide. It's a better fit for the metaverse. So she's been building these kinds of events before, and she took and just made us this beautiful, nice little storefront. And similar to what we did all did with Metatraversal last year, as well as recently, has portals up so you can go deep link straight into Grocket. So come check it out. I'm giving away free game keys. I'm also going to be like asking for your feedback and getting you to go do a review on the store. Anything we can do to listen to the community and have an opportunity to interact with people is really great for us, and will make it fun too. So please do come. There's a QR code that'll take you to Multiverse for the event. You can sign up for the key when you're at the event. And if any of you guys miss it, or just let me know, I'll hook you up. I know a person that can hook you up. So hopefully we'll see you tonight. If not, feel free to message me.
Yeah, and you can also request the link if you don't get it in the XR Women Slack. Just wanted to.
Yeah, that's tonight. Woo. And then tomorrow, we got a busy week here at XR. Tomorrow night, Juliana Lowe, Window to Wonder at the XR Women Museum. So the exhibition closing reception. So if you haven't had a chance to go check it out, this is your chance. We are doing this tomorrow at 8:30 p.m., 5:30 p.m. Pacific. So please do come to that. This also happens to coincide with our weekly game nights that we do at XR Women, where we sometimes play mini golf, and we've been talking about bowling a lot lately. Sometimes we play Rocket. We play a lot of different things. And what we're going to do is kind of back to back those items. So if we can go to do this and then maybe go play some games after that. She Who Codes and the Aesthetics of Being. So XRM Museum, this is coming up September 10th, 11:45 a.m. So this will be the next thing that gets set up in the XRM Museum. So we're very much looking forward to this. Is this Paige? Do you have any comments to add to this? Oh, Paige, we can't hear you. Sorry.
Much, Robin. We have 8 amazing artists that will be featured along with Dr. Irina Ray. And we are going to blow your socks off. Get ready for a brand new vision and grand opening at the XR Women Museum. I'm excited to see you all there.
Wonderful.
I will wear
socks just in case.
Sorry, Robin, can I just suggest that just so everybody knows, that's in the Frame platform. It's something that just wasn't mentioned, and we need to make sure that we tell people where to go. So not just the XR Women Museum, but in Frame. Yeah, and for tomorrow night,
same for Juliana.
Juliana,
right?
Thank you.
And Juliana as well. That's in Frame. XR Women Museums in Frame. Thank you for that clarification. Wonderful.
Thank you, Julie.
Right, I like how we all just like you're right. We just assume that people know where these things are. Isn't that funny? Yes, it's down at the corner store. And then coming up for September. Coming up on September 3rd, we're taking a break. Yeah. We work really hard here at XO Women, so for as much as we love everybody, we also deserve a nice little break. So we're looking forward to that, and we'll be doing some planning sessions as well for future events. So exciting. So take a break yourself, and we'll see you back here after what's the next week? September 10th. Motivation of the week, Julie. I like this one, Julie. I like this one. One Bridget a day, one woman a day, exponential impact. Really calls to that feeling you get when you've been busting your ass all day and you just feel like you're not getting anywhere because all you did was a little bit of this and a little bit of this and a little bit of this and a little bit of this. But then you have to stop and remind yourself that all those little bits add up over time. And pretty soon you got something really big.
Yep. Yeah, but also that we need to connect together to get things done as well, and not everybody knows you can't do things alone these days. You have to have this collaboration.
Right.
So, bridging yourself with other people who have the same same things in your circle, and your missions are similar, your visions are similar. Also about uplifting yourself by giving yourself that visibility in a community and a collaboration space, then will inspire creation and that collaboration together. So, there's really something to be said about the collaboration part. So bridging yourself will only help you bloom. And that's where this message came from. It was really that visibility part, and along with collaboration comes mentorship, right? And creating that natural mentorship of helping people out and supporting, so we lift everybody up at the same time, and obviously bloom from there. And together we make bigger impacts.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful visual too, right? Because that is the way that an ecosystem grows. You got, people up here, people down here, people way down here. And if you keep making those connections, the whole thing will lift up. And then we're
absolutely.
much bigger. That's how much bigger we are. So eventually we'll have everybody in here. Ooh.
Exactly.
Idea, huh?
Thanks so much, Robin. Thanks, everyone.
Alrighty. And then we're ready for Natasha. Are we staying here, or are we traveling?
We are traveling, but because of the way things will work here, so I'm going to introduce Natasha here, because as soon as we go into the world where she's going to be taking us, we will. Let me see if I can do this again. So it's up while we are restart. Okay, not working. I'll just go back to the web links and start this again.
Go ahead and get your.
Yeah,
so we'll do an introduction,
so,
and then we're gonna travel. So that's the plan here.
We're going to travel, and it's important to know that we will be going through a tour, a pre-recorded tour that is part of the experience that Natasha has been working on, and will be crucial for what she is going to be talking to us about today. Now, I am going to let you know a little bit about Natasha. She is an architect, a global business leader, and an XR innovator whose life and work span continents, cultures, and cutting-edge technology. She began her career designing physical spaces as a board-certified architect, and then led global operations in the engineering and food industry, establishing business offices in the Middle East and Asia. Alongside her husband and 3 sons, she's lived and adventured across the UK, Dubai, Australia, Thailand, and the US. These experiences shaped her deep belief in connection, empathy, and the power of shared experience. Today, Natasha is building an enterprise-wide digital reality ecosystem that seamlessly integrates people, technology, and data by leveraging immersive technology for a more visual way of working, collaboration, and belonging. And I have seen some of what Natasha is going to show us here today, and it's really fun and exciting. I think you're all going to love it. So please join me in welcoming Natasha, and then Natasha will transport us over to the next environment. So glad you're here, Natasha.
Thank you so much, Karen. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Everyone? Yep. Okay. Thank you so much for that introduction. I'm so excited. I've been inspired by and embraced by your XR women community for a while now, a couple of years, and it's really just back to that previous slide, really helped me make connections with others who are passionate about the same things and want to talk about that. So I'm like really, really honored to be here today to share as well. So as Karen said, I'm going to bring us through to, so I work for TNA. I'll explain more when we get there, but I'm going to transport us through to our world And so we should hopefully all meet on the other side. Let's see. It's loading. Hopefully everyone comes and bring all, yep, here we go. Yep. Hi, everybody. Come in.
Woohoo! We made it.
Yeah, it looks like everyone's here.
Yeah.
I am hoping. There we go. Okay. So we are going to be, I'm just going to give this experience a moment to load because then it's going to take us on a tour. But while we're here and making sure everybody's, got their experience has enough time to synchronize, this is TNA's world, and the first experience we're going to go on, you really don't have to do anything. It will take you through our virtual factory tour, which we launched at Interpack in Germany in 2023 with the help of Engage. It was amazing. With that collaboration, we won the European Metaverse Award. So
well done.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that with us, Natasha.
Potato chip.
Me too. I want to dance with them. Let's dance with them.
No.
Aren't they cute?
Fun.
Yeah.
If I don't
there
make
should
it
be
in
seats.
immersive technology, I'll be a potato chip. Well, I'm glad everyone enjoyed
Christine,
it.
you want to sit here? Christine, sit in that chair.
Yeah. So Christine and Anne, you should be able to find seats on the bleachers here. And yeah, let's see who. Okay, there we go. Yeah. It looks like I think we're all.
Is that everybody? Do you think nobody's left wandering around, aimlessly wondering
I hope,
where
I
we've
hope so.
gone?
Let's see. Let's do a count here. 1,
So-
2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's.
Saying 24 of us.
I think that's 24. Okay. I
Okay.
think that's it. And for those of you who are standing, you should be able to teleport into a seat here on these bleachers,
Yeah.
just like you can in the other spaces. If you can, please do.
Yep.
Yeah, the control key doesn't work for me, unfortunately.
Ah,
It's conflicting with some other software I have. I wish they had a
oh,
second key that would work for a setting.
okay.
So we're just going to have a little PowerPoint, hopefully.
Apologies, Natasha. I forgot
No,
that I was going to be bringing this up. I am so sorry. Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
Okay. All right. So, as Karen mentioned in the little introduction before, so basically I am bringing XR to enterprises as a whole ecosystem, not just one experience, but a whole interconnected mesh web of different aspects of XR and connecting everything together. So next slide, please, Karen. So I will just give a little background about myself. And you can see here about why ecosystems are important and, what the vision is for them. And then a couple of case studies there. And at the end, just an overview of what I think the future might look like in this space. And the next one. Okay, so yes, basically, I design and implement integrated XR ecosystems for enterprise, blending immersive technology, AI, and enterprise systems into one unified operational layer. So that's kind of the vision that I have, and but a little bit, I guess, on the personal side. Let's see, I better have a tablet to keep an eye on the time because we're short. Is it mentioned before that I actually studied architecture, so I have already a passion for pretty places and buildings and spaces, and I also have a passion for travel and exploring. And as you heard, I've lived all over the world. My children were born in all different countries. We live now, I'm Australian, but we live now in the US. So my kids are confused. I don't know, they're Earthlings. They're Earthlings, and we need more of them, so that's a good thing. But yeah, we love exploring the world, and it's also a thing where I live away from my family and friends, and a lot of our business is globally distributed. So I've always had an interest in how to connect people. Obviously phones have come a long way and video chat and everything, but this is the next level. So we can go on adventures together and explore new places together and experience things together. So for me, it's just so magical. And the fact that we can bring this to a business and enterprise and add that extra dimension to how they operate, to me, is like so amazing. So yeah. Next, please. All right, so I think, obviously when people are starting out, we start with one case study or a project where we think we can obviously get the most value for the effort and cost to implement. But I think where we really see this technology going is actually like a whole web that really connects across the whole business. It's not just one isolated experience. It's actually just a new way of operating, a new way of another layer that connects our business together, helping to pull it together and make it stronger. So yeah, next. Okay, so I mean, there's so many challenges along the way. This is new technology, so it's hard. It's an uphill battle a lot of the time, and it's ever changing. So you're always having to learn, and that's a challenge, but also an opportunity because it's exciting, and we are overcoming a lot of problems because everybody's pushing this technology forward. So, and with the end-to-end integration, that's really important because for us as a business, it's not just how one person can benefit from this in their role. It's about how a whole team can suddenly work together in a live environment. They're not just sitting at a desk. I mean, they're still sitting at their desk, but they have this other way that they can experience the work that they're doing and share that with their colleagues in a live real-time environment, which is absolutely amazing. So we're not working in isolation, we're working in this collaborative visual way.
Yeah,
and then,
I just want to point out to everyone that if you pull up your tablet and you go to the shared screen at the bottom, along the strip at the bottom, you can view this on your tablet if you're having trouble reading the text.
oh,
Just to let you know that.
which one, Karen?
The one with the
one.
play arrow, the one with the play arrow is the
Oh, I
arrow, the
see.
little triangle. And You should be able to
thank
see
you.
it there. Just yeah. You ready for the next slide?
Yes.
Okie doke.
Okay, so yeah, the idea of this is to build this ecosystem that connects different departments, that connects different divisions around the world, and connects vertically, so colleagues can work directly together in worlds where they maybe used to have to go through management and down the other side. So it kind of helps everyone flatten out that structure. And the most amazing thing is that we can create these spaces where we can come together with our customers on an equal ground and all see everything, lights on. No one has to interpret drawings, things like that. It's 3D worlds are a language we all understand. So that's really important, this integration concept. And bringing in the customer. So yeah, we expanding our reach and our communication, and then this kind of digital reality hub is where it all connects together, all these aspects, software, hardware, now integrating AI, security, data storage, basically every aspect, governance, every aspect of how you run a business has a parallel in this XR ecosystem. And so it's about building this whole thing up from the foundation. And next slide, please. Okay, so all these interconnected layers are about, like I said, the people. This is, to me, as I sort of started, like one of the most important things is just understanding that why are we doing this? What's the point? Well, yes, it's to have more efficient workflows, have more accessibility to people who maybe have different skill sets, and connect people. And so and adding in data is critical. We have in our workflows that we've designed, we actually connect directly into our CAD systems, in our issue tracking systems for projects. Like we connect, our worlds with other files and data sources, so that you actually can do real work in these worlds. It's not like you jump in and then jump out to do work on your computer. This is one of the workspaces we now have, and it's amazing because we would maybe on a project have a distributed workforce, but we now have a hub, a world custom to that project that everyone belongs to and can exist in. Governance on behaviors and etiquette in these worlds. So a lot of the foundation gets drafted in that initial phase, and then compounded as you build more pillars to your ecosystem. Okay, next. So actually launching, so the whole process of delivering and deploying all these different experiences, I would possibly is the most challenging, because we especially in our company, we're building these experiences for a global team. So you don't necessarily know everyone personally, and it's all about how to engage people, how to give people the knowledge, how to make sure they're comfortable in these spaces, and giving them back something. So they're going to make an effort to change and learn this new thing, and what do they get in return? How does it improve their job? What access to new information do they have? And then the whole point is that in our business, which we're promoting, innovation and forward thinking and collaboration. What strategically for us, what project or which first use case would best support that, and that's where we came up with IntelliAssist, which I'll introduce in a moment. So next. Yep, so this is building a brand and a customer experience. This one, Karen, yeah, this would be the video.
Oh, all right then. I will pull up the video. Excuse me just a moment. And here we go.
Thank you.
Welcome to TNA Solutions, Jack. I'm Tia, your friendly guide.
Wow, this place is impressive.
Yes, it's a completely immersive digital twin of your factory for you to explore. Why don't you try the controls out to get started?
Okay.
Whoa, watch where you're pointing that laser.
Sorry.
Are you ready? Your team is waiting.
Afternoon, Jack. Thanks for joining us.
Hey guys, you're on here early. Santos, how's Acapulco?
Hola, it's a beautiful sunny morning.
Okay, Jack, let's get started.
Sure thing.
You can walk the production line and check for any areas of improvement.
This area doesn't look like it's wide enough for vehicle access.
I think you're right. Let me measure to check a forklift fits through.
Yeah, good idea.
No, it's not quite wide enough.
You're right. I'll take a picture.
Perfect. I'll add it to the issue tracker.
Okay, Emily has something she needs to show you right away. Please join her. Oh, and mind your head.
Bonjour, Emily. Everything okay?
Bonjour, Jacques. Could you take a look at this platform, please? I'm a bit concerned.
Jack, try using the transparency tool.
Yeah, sure thing.
I think the problem is centered around the upstand for the operator screen.
Ah, yeah, I see it. Perhaps we should create a cutout in the platform?
Super. Let me make a note of that.
Thanks. It's some great collaboration, and it's all from the comfort of my office.
Yes, and do make sure you get your steps in. Real, not virtual.
Yeah, ha.
Julia has now joined, so you can discuss the changes.
Hi, Julia.
Hey, this digital model is incredible. How is it shaping up?
Yeah, we've just been looking at these latest updates. So let me walk you through the planned changes, and then we'll confirm and validate with our engineering team.
Sounds good.
All right, starting over here. Firstly,
Okay, thank you, Karen. So, yeah, that was so as you can see, marketing, filming, film production. You might recognize the factory that actually was all filmed in this world. And yeah, so that's what when I say an ecosystem, it is like really every aspect of running a business is basically replicated in some way and connected into this ecosystem. So this project, it was launching our brand for XR called TNA IntelliAssist, and the first pillar of that launch was for live projects, and that's what you were seeing a demonstration of. So when we get an order from our customer, maybe they're building a new potato chip factory, and we design and manufacture all that equipment and deliver it to site. And during from when we begin the project, And during that detailed design phase, we set up a world, a custom world. We go out and we do reality capture and live scan their factory. So we bring a point cloud in that replicates the actual real world that we're going to be designing in, and then all our separate engineers who design different pieces of equipment design live into that space. So where they all used to work in isolation before, and the local branch would sort of pull together drawings and we'd just have 2D plans. Now we have a whole world that not only each engineer can go in and see how their equipment fits into the whole line, but our customers can also come into that world and see the design evolve, be very involved in the very little minute details, go and take measurements, bring in their, operators if they want to have a walk through and get feedback from their different user groups. So it's very inclusive. It's an opportunity to bring people into the project and feel invested and participate in a way that you never could before, because you had to be a trained engineer to even understand what was being proposed. So it's amazing to have this immersive hub that's live for if you pop in to check something on your design, their customer may be in that world as well, just like this. It's one live world and it belongs to everyone who's working on that project. So yeah, that was really exciting, and we're launching additional pillars of that project. So we've got some new ones coming up with immersive training and things like that. So watch this space. And then Interpack. Well, I just quickly, there we go. So this here is, where you arrived in this world was pretty much where Dylan is standing. That's my lovely son, who's also studies XR right now. He came to help us run this experience in Germany. You can see a big 6 meter wide screen in the background there, and it actually showed the curtains that you could see. So when a person will come, we overlaid the digital world and the real world one-to-one. So they were directly on top of each other. So when you wanted to see what other equipment we had that was too big to display on the stand, you'd come over and you sit on these chairs. Dylan would help you get into a headset, and then you'd go off on the tour that we just did together. And then at the end, you'd end up back at the chairs, you'd take your headset off, and you're back in the actual real world. So that was a way we incorporated an extension of a real world to add value to what we were displaying in that exhibition. And the last, I think we're really out of time. So what's the next after that? Yeah, so I won't really go into all of this because I've touched on it anyway. Karen, what was the next slide after that? And probably the next one. I think we're at the end there now. Yeah. Okay, so for the future, I think, in summary, for enterprise, it's, having this virtual world, this other place people can be, and from everything from social connection to really actually enhancing the work that they do, whether that's engineering or marketing or sales. That we have solutions in our business now that really are every department and every branch are, having access to these tools, and gradually we're trying to build more, I guess, acceptance and joy for people to actually connect in this new way. So yeah, I think that's probably we've run out of time. So if anyone has any questions, I would be happy to ask them. I appreciate this opportunity so much. So thank you to XR Women for inviting me here.
Yeah, thank you so much, Natasha. Wow, fascinating stuff. So much to cover.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. And I've heard that someone does have a question. Does someone have their hand up, or if you could just unmute yourself? I know, Natasha, you had said that you'd be willing to stay on a few minutes later to answer some
Sure.
questions. Okay,
Yeah.
great, fantastic. So, who has a question?
I have a question. Natasha, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes. Hi, Carlos.
Yes. First of all, thank you for the presentation. And I'm curious, how integrated are you guys with AI, ChatGPT, and all of the stuff that is now for programming and doing the text and the pictures and all of that? How much of the percentage would you say you use in the project?
In immersive worlds, do you mean? In XR specifically?
Anything that you're actually part of, working on?
Yes. Well, I would say we're encouraging all of our staff to start using AI in their everyday working tools, but we are actually working on a lot of AI projects to integrate into our immersive worlds and our different solutions. So whether that's a live chat that you can have in a training session with Tia, who you saw up there, the little bot who flies around. She's our AI bot. Her name's Tia, and she knows everything about TNA. So we are integrating her into a lot of our XR experiences. And we are also integrating other tools, as you mentioned. You can use this in many ways. Just in the background, doing our XR projects, we use these tools every day to, help us put together training and other things like that. So it's I think, multifaceted with the AI. There's the general things everyone does, but then there's a lot of very specific things we're doing and working on now to integrate AI into our different XR workflows. And the outcome of that really is dependent on what the purpose of that XR tool is.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How long ago did TNA gain interest in XR and see it as like a viable pursuit for business?
Well, I think we started this journey around 4 years ago, and I mean, it did start with one project where we were kind of converting what were 2D drawings to 3D just to help with, communication and visualization. And so rather than, I guess I was tasked with that job. And I have always been interested in these immersive worlds for 20 years. I've been waiting for this technology to be ready. So I already had that vision that it was going to be more than just a 3D model that you could swivel round. These were going to be worlds that you could enter. And, it was a journey. It started 4 years ago, and we're still on it, but the technology's come so far in all that time. So, these are real projects that we actually use now in our everyday work.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, this is really great, Natasha, to have this overview, someone with your perspective on enterprise adoption of XR, and to be able to talk about all these different aspects and how much it is integrated into a company. As you pointed out, sort of in every single area of the business. And I think it's really interesting to me that you are an architect, and it makes sense that you are dealing with 3D spaces. Can you maybe talk a little bit more about your architecture background and how it fed into what you are doing now?
Yes. So when I guess since I was 10, I always knew I was going to be an architect. Like that was the only option. So I just followed that. I had that one goal and I just followed that path. And I think initially I worked for different architects in Australia, and then I joined TNA to design and manage the construction of several of their manufacturing facilities and their branch locations. So in Melbourne, that was my first project. I think I was like 25 or 26. So that was a lot to have to manage, and maybe what's helped me evolve into this, where I really like to see that big picture and integrate everything, but I literally did all the drawings, called all the tenders, got all the approvals through the city council myself. Like I did every piece of that. And then we had another building to do in the UK. So I designed that and then moved to the UK during the construction phase. And I guess on a side note, that's how I started this journey around the world. So I thought I was coming home in 6 months, but that wasn't to be. I ended up with a husband and 3 kids and on an adventure. And then we had another building built in Dallas here in the US. So I also designed and had that one built. So after that, I did get into the business a little more mainstream, where I would help with the projects. And so I learned all about the equipment. I also helped with customer service and operations, supply chain management. Then my husband, who works in the business, him and I then put our hand up to go to the Middle East to start the regional office there. So he was out building a customer base, and I was there setting up the office, managing projects, and that sort of evolved. So we did that in Asia as well. Had a little stint back home in Australia, and then moved to the US, where we've been for 11 years, first in Texas and now in Connecticut. And so I think the process is that I've just always loved worlds. I've loved exploring. I love architecture. It's just always been a passion of mine. And when I was doing project management in the business, I really felt frustrated because the team was very separated. And I was like, wouldn't it be amazing if we just had a virtual space, like a video game that we could like all go in and have all the different data from our, meeting up on the wall, our Gantt charts, our drawings as a team. And that's where I started talking to our IT people and, guys, let's make this happen. Can we do this? They're like, no, too many barriers. Can't do it, not possible. So I think I was just always waiting. And then I guess COVID came along and I saw that this really was going to get over the line. So yeah, that was my journey, the connection with architecture.
Yeah. Yes, that's amazing, and kudos to you for having that vision and persisting with it until other people really start to get it. Because I know it can be difficult to get people to understand the potential of this kind of technology, and especially when it is integrated with AI. I would like to just make a note for our recorders to. That we will now officially close off the end of the show. But again, Natasha, if you're willing to stay for a few more minutes and answer questions from anyone else,